Hi everyone, it's our next maths lesson and we're going to be spending some time now on dividing and dividing when there is a remainder. What do remainders mean? How do we work with them? To start the video though, please have a go at this. Pause and do your work. Look at the numbers in the circles and just tick them if you think they are multiples of 7. Remember that word multiples means we get a multiple when there's a number when we have times it by 7. If it's on the 7 times table, then it is a multiple of 7. Pause and have a go. Well, hope you paused them. Well, is 70 on the 7 times table? Yes, it is. 70, we tick it. 13? No, that isn't. 7, 14. 13 and 1 less. What about 0? Yes. 0 times 7 is 0. 71? No. What about minus 7? Well, if we count down in our 7s, 21, 14, 7, 0, minus 7, there are the negative multiples of 7. So minus 7, yes. 35, yes. 5 times 7 is 35. 36 is not. 210. Oh, well, 21. 21 tens is 210. 3 times 7 is 21. So 30 times 7 is 210. Okay, so 210, yes. Let's see the relationship between 210 and 217. It's 7 more than 210. So 217 is on the 7 times table. In fact, it's one more lot of 7. So it's 31 times 7. Okay, so here's our question. We're looking at a question here. There are 17 children. I've drawn these smiling faces to represent the children. 17 children. And the teacher wants to put them into teams of 5 children. That doesn't mean 5 teams. It means each team has got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 5 children in a team. How many teams will there be? How many children will be left over? So first question, is this a division calculation? Is there a problem with working it out? Do you know the answer straight away? Have a go. Okay, well, it is a division calculation because when we divide, dividing we could think about as we want to split a whole. Here the whole means all of the children, 17 children, and we're going to, dividing is splitting a whole into equal groups. Equal groups, groups of the same size. Here, 5 children in each group. So we are doing this one, doing 17 divided by 5. Well, the problem with that is that 17 is not on the 5 times table. And we have learnt already that when we're dividing, we're using our times table. So how do we overcome this problem? Well, let's think about it. I'll try and draw it. Imagine we start with our 17 children. We've got to put them into groups of 5. So I make my first group, and that's 5 that makes one group, one team. Then I put the next 5 children into a team. That's another team, that's another 5. And I can make another team of 5. Oh, but 2 children left over. So 5 and another 5 and another 5. When we do 17 divided by 5, look, we're still counting up in the 5 times table. We're still using our times tables. If we counted up now, we'd say 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 10 children, 3 times 5 is 15. If I said 4 times 5 is 20, I can't say 20 because I haven't got 20 children. So I'm counting up in my 5 times table. I'm stopping when I get to the multiple of 5 that is as close to 17 as I can get to, but not more than 17. And the closest multiple of 17 is 15. And then really I'm splitting my 17 into the closest multiple that I can get to, 15. And this is a part-whole model. So 15, how many children not counted? Well, the ones that are left over, 15, 16, 17, 2 more. I split 17 into 15 and 2. 15 and 2 makes 17. And the 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 teams of 5 and 2 children left over. 2 left over. So our answer for this is 3, and then we use the maths word remainder, meaning the ones that are not in an equal group, the ones that are left over. 3, remainder 2. 3 and 2 left over. 3 remainder 2, it's worth just reminding ourselves what those numbers mean. 17 divided by 5 equals 3 remainder 2. The 3 means 3 groups of 5, 3 teams of 5. And the 2 means 2 children left over. So, we can also see it on a number line. That makes sense for some people to see it on a number line. To imagine a number line that starts with 0, that goes up to 17, because there are 17 children altogether. And when we count up, we take 5, for one team of 5, 10, can you see it's the 5 times table, just like we did before, 15. We can't count on to 20 because that's more children than we've got, so we won't do that. But we've made 3 groups of 5 that gets to 15. 3 teams of 5, but we mustn't forget that we've got 1, 2, 16, 17. 3 teams of 5 and 2 left over. Okay, 5 children share out 18 marbles equally. How many marbles does each child get? How many marbles are left over? Have a go. Pause the video. Can you work it out? The same in some ways, slightly different in another. Hope you paused the video. Well, let's first of all think, is it a division calculation? Yes, it is a division because we want to split a whole. What's the whole number here? Is it 5 children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. Here, what we're sharing out or splitting up is the marbles. So it's 18 marbles is our whole amount. We're splitting the whole 18 marbles into 5 equal groups. We want a group for you, a group for you, a group for you, a group for you, and a group for you. 5 shares, 5 groups for 5 children. 5 children sharing. So it's 18 marbles shared by 5 children. And the problem is that 18 is not on the 5 times table. So, just like we did before, when we want to do 18 divided by 5, we still count up in the 5 times table. So let's see. Count up in our 5 times table. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. Hold on. I've only got 18 marbles. I haven't got 20 marbles. I've got to stop before 20. So we still count up in the 5 times table. We stop when we get as close to the hole as we can, as close to 18 here as we can. The closest number on the 5 times table we get to is 15. We've split our whole 18 into 15, and then let's count on. 15, add 1, 16, 17, 18, add 3, because these two parts together must make the whole. 15 and 3, and we're doing 15. Split the 15 marbles by 5 children. That makes 3 marbles, so 18. Split it into 15 and 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3, with 3 left over. So our answer is 3, and then instead of writing remainder, we can write R dot 3, remainder 3. What does 3 remainder 3 mean in this context? Well, it means that one friend gets 3, the second friend gets 3, the third friend gets 3. Everyone, look, we've got 5 times 3. There's 5 friends, they each get 3, but there's 3 left over. I can't share those 3 out fairly, so they are left over. 3 marbles each. 3 marbles each. And 3 marbles left over. Okay. What do you think? Have you noticed that there's a pattern in the ones we've done? 18 divided by 5 is 3 remainder 3. 17 divided by 5 is 3 remainder 2. I wonder what 16 divided by 5 will be. Let's think about it. 18, because we are dividing by 5 each time, we are counting in the 5 times table. So 18 is 3 times 5 is 15. Then 15 add 3 is 18. So the add 3 is the remainder 3. 17 is 3 times 5 is 15. 15 add 2 makes 17. 3 times 5 add the 2 more. Wonder what 16? 16 is 3 times 5 and then add 1 to get 16. So it will be 3, remainder 1. 3 groups of 5 and remainder 1. So if you think I'm really happy with this, then you can have a go. You don't have to listen to the end of this. If you think you've got it, have a go at the worksheets. If you're not so sure, I tell you what, let's have a look at this one. 27 divided by 8. Well, we're dividing by 8, so we need to use the 8 times table. We count up on our 8s, we get as close to 27 as we can. So 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24. The next one is 32. That's more than 27. So I'm going to split my 27 into 2 parts. I'm going to split it into the nearest one on the 8th, 24, and then how many more? Because these 2 parts have got to make that. So 24. 24 and what makes 27? Well, it's 3 more, isn't it? 25, 26, 27, 3 more. 24, add 3. Okay. Split the 24 up. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 27 divided by 8 is 3. And then this here is how many are there? 3, remainder 3. And actually I'm going to change this one. I'm going to do 33 divided by 8. I'm divided by 8, so I want to use my 8 times table. I want to split my 33 up. How close can we get on the 8 times table? 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24. Now I want to count up to 33, so 32 is the closest I can get. Otherwise, I'll say 40, and that's more than 33. I got to split my 33 into 32 and 1. 32 divided by 8. That's easy. We use our times tables. It's 4. 33 divided by 8 is 4. And 1 left over. 4, remainder 1. There's one mistake that a lot of people will make. They will say 31 divided by 5 is 30, remainder 1. And they're almost there. They split the 31 into the nearest multiple of 5, that's less than the whole. But can you see they've forgotten? We split the 31 into 30 because 30 we can divide by 5 easily using our times tables, and we get the answer 6. 6 groups of 5, and then this 1 is the remainder 1. So it's 6, and instead of remainder we'll just do R dot 6 remainder 1. Hopefully that makes sense. So your work, have a go. If you find it useful to use the part hole diagrams, they can be helpful. You might like to use a number line. And then we've got our level 2 and our level 3 word problems. Have a go, and I hope that you enjoy it. Any problems, just let us know. Bye.